We've all been there, scrolling through Instagram, seeing the perfectly curated lives of influencers and feeling like we're missing out. The pressure to keep up with the Joneses can be immense, and it's easy to fall into the trap of overspending in order to keep up appearances. But here's the thing. Living within your means isn't just about budgeting and cutting back on expenses. It's about finding true happiness and contentment in life. It's about living a life that is authentic to who you are, rather than trying to fit into a mold that society has created. So, join us as we dive into the shocking cost of living beyond your means and explore practical strategies for saving yourself. It's time to take control of your finances and your life, and we're here to help you do just that. Chapter 1. The definition of living beyond your means. Living beyond your means is a slippery slope that can start with small indulgences and lead to a lifetime of debt. It can mean using credit cards to pay for everyday expenses, taking out loans that you can't afford to pay back, and sacrificing your long-term financial goals for short-term gratification. The allure of overspending can be tempting. After all, we live in a society that encourages consumerism and materialism. We're bombarded with messages that tell us that our worth is tied to what we own and how we look. But the reality is that living beyond your means can have serious consequences. From the stress and anxiety of constantly worrying about money, to the long-term effects on your credit score and financial stability, overspending can have a profound impact on your life. It's time to take a step back and reevaluate our relationship with money. Chapter 2. The shocking cost of living beyond your means. The cost of living beyond your means is more than just financial. It can take a toll on your mental and emotional health as well. The stress and anxiety of constantly living paycheck to paycheck can be overwhelming, and the pressure to maintain a certain lifestyle can lead to a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction. But let's talk about the financial cost. When you live beyond your means, you're essentially borrowing from your future self. You're sacrificing your long-term financial goals and security for the sake of instant gratification, and the consequences can be severe. From high-interest credit card debt to mounting loans and mortgages, overspending can lead to a lifetime of financial stress. It can prevent you from achieving your dreams like buying a home or traveling the world, and it can even impact your relationships and personal well-being. And let's not forget the impact on your credit score. Late payments, maxed out credit cards, and missed bills can all have a negative impact on your credit, making it harder to secure loans or credit in the future. It's time to face the reality of living beyond your means and take control of your financial future. In the next chapter, we'll explore practical strategies for living within your means and achieving true financial stability and security. So stay tuned as we uncover the secrets to saving yourself from the devastating cost of overspending. Chapter 3. How to save yourself from living beyond your means. So, how can you save yourself from the destructive cycle of living beyond your means? It all starts with a mindset shift. It's time to reevaluate our relationship with money and prioritize our long-term financial goals over short-term gratification. The first step is to create a budget and stick to it. This doesn't mean depriving yourself of everything. It means being intentional with your spending and making sure that your expenses align with your values and priorities. Next, it's time to tackle your debt. If you have high-interest credit card debt, prioritize paying it off as soon as possible. Consider consolidating your debt or working with a financial advisor to come up with a plan that works for you. It's also important to save for emergencies and unexpected expenses. Creating an emergency fund can provide a safety net and help prevent you from falling back into the cycle of overspending. But it's not just about cutting back on expenses. It's about finding ways to increase your income and build wealth over time. This could mean pursuing a side hustle, investing in the stock market or real estate, or pursuing higher education or training to advance in your career. Above all, it's about finding balance and living a life that is true to your values and priorities. It's about saying no to the pressure to keep up with the Jones and instead finding contentment and happiness in the things that truly matter. Chapter 4. The benefits of living within your means. We'll get to that in a second. I have a favor to ask of you. If you like this video so far, please subscribe to the channel. Living within your means may seem daunting at first, but the benefits are truly life-changing. It's not just about financial stability. It's about finding freedom, peace of mind, and the ability to pursue your dreams without the burden of debt and financial stress. First and foremost, living within your means can provide a sense of security and stability. It means having a cushion for emergencies and unexpected expenses, as well as the ability to plan for your future with confidence. Living within your means also means being intentional with your spending and focusing on the things that truly matter to you. It means prioritizing experiences over material possessions and finding joy in the simple things in life. But perhaps one of the greatest benefits of living within your means is the freedom it provides. When you're not burdened by debt and financial stress, you have the ability to take risks and pursue your passions without fear. You can travel the world, start your own business, or pursue a career that truly fulfills you. Living within your means also means setting an example for those around you, especially your children. By prioritizing financial responsibility and living a life of intention, you're teaching your children valuable lessons that they can carry with them for a lifetime. Chapter 5. The social pressure to overspend. Have you ever felt the pressure to overspend in order to keep up with your friends, family, or colleagues? The truth is, social pressure to overspend is a very real and pervasive problem in our society. From social media influencers promoting the latest and greatest products to the pressure to maintain a certain image or status, it's easy to feel like you're not measuring up unless you have the latest gadgets or designer clothes. But the reality is that overspending can have serious consequences, both for your financial health and your overall well-being. It can lead to debt, financial stress, and a constant feeling of inadequacy as you struggle to keep up with an unsustainable lifestyle. Furthermore, the pressure to overspend can lead to a culture of comparison and competition where material possessions and status symbols become the primary measure of success and happiness. This can leave us feeling empty and unfulfilled even as we accumulate more and more stuff. It's time to break free from this cycle of overspending and social pressure. It's time to prioritize our own values and goals and to resist the pressure to conform to an unsustainable and ultimately unfulfilling lifestyle. Chapter 6. The long-term consequences of overspending. One of the most significant consequences of overspending is debt. Accumulating debt can lead to a vicious cycle of high interest rates, late fees, and missed payments, all of which can damage your credit score and make it even harder to climb out of debt. It can also impact your ability to make major purchases, such as a home or car, in the future. Beyond debt, overspending can also negatively impact your mental and emotional well-being. The stress of constantly worrying about bills and financial obligations can take a toll on your mental health, leading to anxiety, depression, and even physical health problems. Moreover, overspending can impact your relationships with loved ones. Financial stress is a common cause of marital problems and can lead to conflict and tension among family and friends. Finally, overspending can limit your ability to save for the future and achieve your long-term goals. Whether you dream of traveling the world, starting your own business, or retiring early, overspending can hinder your ability to make these dreams a reality. Chapter 7. Real-life examples of the cost of living beyond your means. Take the story of John, for example. John was a successful business owner who enjoyed the finer things in life. He bought a large house, expensive cars, and took lavish vacations. But as his spending increased, so did his debt. He eventually found himself struggling to keep up with payments, and the stress took a toll on his mental and physical health. He eventually had to declare bankruptcy and start over, losing much of what he had worked so hard for. Or consider the story of Rachel, a recent college graduate who took on more student loan debt than she could handle. She landed a job in her field, but her salary was not enough to cover her monthly expenses and her loan payments. She found herself constantly stressed about money and unable to enjoy her early adulthood. She eventually had to make sacrifices such as living with roommates and skipping vacations to pay off her debt and regain control of her finances. These stories are not uncommon, and they illustrate the real-life consequences of living beyond your means. Overspending can lead to debt, financial stress, and a loss of control over your life. But the good news is that it's never too late to make a change. Chapter 8. Changing your mindset around money. When it comes to overcoming overspending and achieving financial stability, changing your mindset around money is key. For many of us, money is tied to our sense of identity and self-worth. We may equate having more money with being more successful, popular, or happy. But this mindset can lead us down a dangerous path of overspending and financial insecurity. To truly change our relationship with money, we must shift our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. This means recognizing that there is always enough money to meet our basic needs and even some of our wants, but it requires intentionality and careful planning. One way to shift our mindset around money is to focus on our values and goals rather than our possessions. What is truly important to us in life? Is it spending time with loved ones, pursuing a passion, or contributing to a cause we believe in? By aligning our spending with our values and goals, we can make more intentional and meaningful financial decisions. Another way to change our mindset around money is to cultivate gratitude and contentment. Rather than constantly seeking more, we can learn to appreciate what we already have and find joy in simple pleasures. This can help us break the cycle of always wanting more and overspending in the process. It's important to remember that changing our mindset around money is a process, and it won't happen overnight. But with commitment and practice, we can begin to shift our focus from consumption to purpose and build a life of true abundance and fulfillment. Chapter 9. Seeking professional help. There is no shame in seeking professional help when it comes to our finances. Just as we may seek medical help when we are physically unwell, we can seek financial help when we are struggling with money. In fact, seeking professional help can be a sign of strength and a proactive step towards a brighter financial future. There are a variety of financial professionals who can help us navigate our financial challenges. For example, financial planners can help us create a comprehensive financial plan that aligns with our values and goals. Credit counselors can help us manage debt and improve our credit score. And financial therapists can help us explore the emotional and psychological factors that may be driving our overspending habits. Working with a professional can provide us with guidance, support, and accountability as we work towards our financial goals. They can also help us identify blind spots and areas where we may need to make adjustments to our approach. Living within our means doesn't mean living a life of deprivation or sacrifice. In fact, it can be incredibly empowering to take control of our finances and make intentional choices that align with our values and goals. By living within our means, we can experience the freedom and peace of mind that come with financial stability and security.